Many people have attempted to do Western shows and films over the years in Hollywood. Some have executed it to perfection, while others came up short by a fair distance. However, the one thing no one can fault Yellowstone for is its accurate and superb portrayal of the American cowboy culture and values. Let's take a look at some of the Western wisdom imparted by the Duttons. The casting of Kevin Costner as John Dutton was as good as it gets. You couldn't have picked a better actor to play the role of a modern-day Texan patriarch hell-bent on saving his family's heritage. Costner does justice to the role and delivers some fantastic Western wisdom throughout. 1. Lawyers are the swords of this century. Words are weapons now. I need you to learn how to use them. Season 2, Episode 6. This line is an incredible representation of the way the Old West is having to adapt to the new values. John realizes it better than anyone that in today's world, you need to be a good speaker and that words can do just as much damage as swords did back then. 2. Your grandfather used to say you can't fix a broken wagon wheel, but you can use the parts to make a new one. Season 2, Episode 7. It's absolutely spot on. John explains the importance of not giving up as he delivers this brilliant line in context to a son giving up on life after a broken marriage. Superb delivery, superb depth. 3. It's the one constant in life. You build something worth having, someone's going to try to take it. Season 2, Episode 9. Another quote from John Dutton symbolizes the embedded negativity of the West, one that elaborates the importance of staying on your toes, ready for anything, no matter what. 4. All the angels are gone, son. There are only devils left. Season 2, Episode 4. We can't lie, this is a major favorite of the team here. It's John in all his glory. He knows that to get by in life, it's better to assume the worst in people, especially if you live in the West. Beth Dutton. Beth's character is just so perfectly written. The execution on top of it is outrageous. Who knew that the love interest of Dr. Watson from the Sherlock Holmes movies could deliver such a performance? 1. I made 2 decisions in my life based on fear, and they cost me everything. Season 3, Episode 5. You can't live in the West with fear. Anyone can tell you that much, but if you need a stark, cold reminder of that, just watch Cowboys and Dreamers from the 3rd season. 2. You are the trailer park. I am the tornado. Season 3, Episode 5. Cowboys were lethal and a genuine threat, no doubt about that, but growing up in modern-day Texas, the girls of the families got to work that gene too. Now, you might get away if you mess with a woman in most parts of the world, but we wouldn't suggest doing that to someone like Beth, although we genuinely suggest not doing that to anyone for that matter. 3. I am the rock therapists break themselves against. Season 4, Episode 1. Quite easily, a top 3 line from the entire show. In fact, you might think it's just badass when Beth says it in the scene, but knowing her character, you just know it's true. She's asked if she's a therapist, and this was her reply. It's superb. Fantastic writing. 4. Where's the fun in wrecking a single man? When I break you, I want to know I'm breaking generations. We just know how important family is to the Duttons. That's why when Beth says this to Dan in a bar while drunk, there's a smile on her face, but only a person like Dan would be fooled into thinking that she's being flirtatious. Then we have Walker. Walker, played by Ryan Bingham, comes to work on the Dutton Ranch. As a former prisoner, he knows how life is in the wild, wild West, and while his character is an interesting one, he does say something that we just can't forget. Karma comes in all shapes and sizes. Looks like it's me today. Season 3, Episode 9. Walker delivers this masterpiece right at the end of the penultimate episode of Season 3, and it just stayed with us. He filled that role to a T, and the delivery, outstanding. Up next, Rip Wheeler. Rip Wheeler is another fantastic actor who has his own set of rules regarding life. In fact, his loyalty and his philosophy should be the way the world is run. But out of all his brilliant quotes, this one resonates with the Western culture in the best possible way. There's sharks and minnows in this world, Jimmy. And if you don't know which one you are, then you ain't no effing shark. Season 2, Episode 5. He's absolutely right, too. Everyone should know their place in the world. And while it may not be as black and white as he implies here, it probably stands true in the Texan world. And then we have Jamie Dutton. Jamie Dutton's character may not be everyone's favorite. He's not a biological Dutton, and there's this mistrust that surrounds him, especially because of his beef with Beth. Still though, he gives us a superb one-liner that pretty much sums up the entire show, if we're being honest. A man who puts a hand on a member of my family never puts a hand on anything else. Season 3, Episode 3. It's just straight up brutal and honest. We know he doesn't share the same bloodline, but he's got the same values as the rest of the Duttons, and you do well to stay clear of the Duttons, in particular Jamie. Next, Lloyd Pierce. Wonderful character imparting wonderful Western wisdom. This is one of the more famous lines that you may have heard even before watching the show. You're either born a willow or you're born an oak. That's all there is to it. Season 3, Episode 5. Willow is known for its flexibility and adaptability, while oak is known for its strength and power. It's again a pretty simple way of dividing life into black and white, but that's the core ideology of the Wild West. You're either this or you're that. That's all there is to it. Now we have Jimmy Herdstrom. Jimmy Herdstrom, the professional thief and drug cook from the show, produced many iconic moments, but one of his lines is the perfect way to wrap up this particular particular segment. We're with the Yellowstone. Nobody's gonna mess with us. Season 2, Episode 1. Well, this one doesn't need a lot of explanation, does it? It's not just the perfect personification of the Yellowstone series, but also of the culture of the Wild Wild West. You don't mess with them. Now, in other news, Yellowstone returns to Missoula. Kevin Costner, along with his star-studded cast, returned to Missoula, Montana for the shooting of Yellowstone. Bystanders couldn't believe their luck as they got to see the stars in action while they shot their scenes. We sometimes wish they'd shoot the series where we live, but then again, it's difficult to find ranches in our city. Either way though, it's good news for everyone, not just the residents of Missoula. This indicates that production of the 5th season of Yellowstone is underway, and of course for a 13th November return. The state of Montana in particular would be pretty happy with that because it was confirmed earlier how the 4th season brought around $70 million to the state. Good for the people of Montana. We'll join them in hoping and praying that more and more seasons of Yellowstone keep coming so that we can get to see John and his family protecting their estate. So what do we know about Yellowstone Season 5? Well, we do know that Yellowstone Season 5 is going to be as explosive as it gets. We can't thank Paramount enough for giving Taylor Sheridan's idea an enormous platform, and we sure are glad that they keep producing more spin-offs and continuing the story and the backstory of John Dutton and his family. The upcoming season is expected to arrive in 2 parts. This means more action and more episodes, right? Yes. Kelly Riley confirmed that Season 5 will consist of 14 episodes. It's exciting to see Riley return for Season 5 because her story remains the most intriguing after the events of Season 4. So don't forget to tune in from the 13th of November as Beth Dutton sets off on her quest for vengeance in an action-packed 5th season of Yellowstone. Lastly, Yellowstone wins ACM Film Award. Our favorite TV show, Yellowstone, has been the recipient of the ACM Film Award. The hit Paramount show was given the honor as it prominently features country music, and the award is usually given out to a film or series with that type of music. The past recipients of the award include A Star is Born, Crazy Heart, Nashville, etc. This award will be given on the 24th of August at the 15th Annual Academy of Country Music Honors at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. Looks like people are finally recognizing the brilliance of the show, and we're sure more awards will follow. That's a wrap for this video. Which of these lines full of Western wisdom from Yellowstone have stuck by you? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.